of the Infinite Eight to divinely intervene as needed for my highest good, aka the highest good. All right, so this is Gifts Unlocked by To the Inner Wild, Season 2, Episode 2, Partnered Up or Partnering Up for the Dosey Go. That's the way it's supposed to be. So the energy cards, again, no chats tonight because that's what I said. I said it's got to be more like a 50-50 on the focus of engagement. So that means that I'm I guess experimenting on what makes sense for me. There are some things that I'm still learning about energy exchanges, exposures and leaks, and just I'm learning a little bit more to strive for more of a proper balance. And because of that, I notice that there's plenty of chats that are happening, but still really almost nothing on the comments, I guess, after it goes live. And that certainly helps push exposure and therefore my reach. So if anyone has anything to say, I'd rather it be more useful, more practical, more helpful for me. Yeah. So there's that. If anyone is looking for more of like my personal time, that comes at a price. Duh. Okay, so on the left side, I have Four of Cups in reversal, making good choices. And like this is premeditated before I get to the inbox. What do I envision for myself upon receipt of the best of the best? Because this is a new era. And if I'm setting the tone with Gifts Unlocked by my own doing, if not partnered up with, the best of the best, then this is the right attitude. This is the right way to go about things. I can't just like cross my fingers and like please. So partnering for the Dosego. So I just thought of this title maybe like 3 minutes or less before starting, and I realized maybe less than a minute ago that I was going to possibly have those shoes filled about my upcoming partner in peace and quiet. So I'm like, let's go for it, because it didn't make sense to me. And so there's that, okay? On the right side, the doing side, is Page of Swords, okay? This is fair. And this is like communications by methods of like old school, like catching lightning. Okay, see there's a picture and Polaroid attached to the top, so that's interesting. Oh my gosh, and this is receipt of it. Out of all of the times that I have received this card, I never noticed that this is the energy, the fae that's on that thing right there. So these are successful communications, successful pairings. Let me rewind for a bit, okay? I do appreciate the exposure that I have thus far. I'm just looking to be more wise about my inputs and the mechanics of how that works to amplify me. So, all right. So this is like definitely partnering up. This is kind of putting the bid out there and getting what I want. I mean, it's not just a response, it's an immediate match. It's on point. So that's good. All right, so where do I get those? Are just the energy cards. Okay, so header cards here or here on this one. Now these are like one of the decks also that I had when I was doing my show ups. So let me just cleanse it for a second. Oh, there it is. Ah, detach. Just a quick one. Okay. All right. Back to getting, am I going to put on lipstick? They said no. No. I don't need to every time. I don't want to get used to that crutch. But I will wear these. I feel the need to do it. So earlier today, I did go out for a sec to let go of certain items that I told you I found yesterday. And I felt kind of ill. There were energies following me around, and I could see that there were like Santeria practitioners and voodoo or hoodoo, at least one practitioner of that sort, but all trying to even get like a couple of them even trying to get their younglings around me, which was like, that's dirty, you know what I mean? Like if you're already in the means to like with ill intent, and you bring your youngling with you to conduct that, to train them in the practice of going about like that, that's just dirty. Yeah. Anyway, let's refocus here because we're not partnering up with them. This reading has basically, like, that's not the focus. So, all right, we'll get the header cards. Excuse me. Okay. Boop. 3, 2, 1, cheese. Ace of Wands, in reversal. And then the circle, which is the Hangman card on the doing side. All right. Okay. So I didn't, I just browsed around a little bit, and I just didn't really feel that great. And I realized I have the power of choice to leave without committing to anything except the experience itself and taking notes, like being out on the field. Just doing regular casual things, and I just started to feel ill. So I know I'm more protected than not these days, especially having high favor in the Alps, in the spiritual Alps. But or is the Alps the same as the Rockies, or are they different, or which? I don't know. It's okay. It's okay. I love myself. I pat myself on the back. It's okay. But yeah, I think there are things that I still have to learn, obviously, on a very basic level of energy management. And so without going like crazy book wild with my yeah, um with my intentions. Mm-hmm. Since I am more powerful now, I have to be cognizant of my impact. So this is lowering the wand, okay? I mean, I still have that with me, but it's not coming forth already having it pointed to any individuals. I can opt out. I can bow out of situations and like, you know what? This area is not deserving of my magic. So you retreat. You fall back. Put your wand away. I'm done. Let's go. And so, and then I figured I was just better off taking care of myself. That's it. And, I have to think more about my nervous system than anything. So on the right side, I don't know how this leads to, you know, partnering up right now, but looking at these cards, we're just barely in. All right. This is the circle. This is the roundup. Is this done? Doing reading. He's outside. You okay?
Yeah, something happened like...
Okay, hold on. Let me see here. Okay.
After I took my bath, I like just went on the shower and like watched my like first
Your first?
yeah, I was
What do you mean first? Okay, you were
I know.
Sorry, it what? It just burst through the back?
I don't know, I just like started pouring water.
Are you okay?
Yeah, okay.
You just freaked out a little bit?
Yeah, I don't know. It was weird because it's like all at once. So like I looked at them and like spit out.
Oh, I can see a channel for like a portal. Yeah, because sometimes when you're doing meetings and stuff, it'll just like when you forget to put the thing back down, it'll just burst in.
That one was trapped in the bus.
The whole time?
No, I stopped after that.
Oh. Did you still need to put it?
No, I'm done.
Okay, well, we will wait for a second. That's crazy. It's okay. Don't worry about it. Okay.
I just don't know where we're gonna take a shower.
I'm okay. Thank you. Get out of here. Yeah, sneak. Okay, so yeah, I feel like there's a lot of trespassing. My son just told me that the shower while I was doing the reading it did something strange. It was just fixed like very recently. And like the connections got really jumbled, and it was not right. Is what I gotta tell you. So what do I say? Okay. Hekate, can you please help me with like kind of some type of spell work that I should be saying right now? Which one? This one? We'll go with this one. Okay. Page of Swords. Okay, so Teach me, Hekate. Tell me exactly what I should say to omit any trespassers, any bullshit from my home, my temple, my presence, and that of my children's. Please. Mother, may I? All right. Ace of Cups in reverse. Ten of Swords in reverse. Nine of Swords upright. Okay, that's where it ends. Okay. All right. Okay. I flush these energies, this excess, this waste from my grail. Effective immediately. With all of my being. So mote it be. That was enough. Holy smokes, I've never done that before. Yeah. Yeah. This is very good. Okay, thank you, Hekate. Anything else? No. No, that was it. That was crazy. Okay. All right, so it's up to the divine on where those energies go, but they are banned from any part of my home. Yeah, interesting. I've just never done that before. I didn't even know how that was going to go. And I was wondering how that was going to, like, how I knew when the cards, like, when I was going to be told to stop picking cards and then do the spell work there. And they gave me confirmation. So anyway, okay, back to this. Okay, back to this. So this is a roundup, but I felt like they were saying before I got there was an interruption, that this is kind of like a prequel. Like before the main story, before the formal roundup, there's not quite the origin story, but what comes before the actual start. And so this is kind of like when you get married and you have the walkthrough of it, and what is it? There's like a little bit of a reception prior to it. I don't even know what these things are called. But that's what it feels like, a pre-meet. And all right, so again, just to get myself refocused, this is Gifts Unlocked by To the Inner Wild, Season 2, Episode 2, Partnering Up for the Dosico. Okay. Okay, I feel like I need more. Yeah, I feel like there's... it's like a grouping, right? Where those who made the final cut for me, they have a +1, and so that's the pre-meet before the engagement. Okay. So, reading between the lines here, this is saying that we have bigger fish to fry. We have better things to tend to. Have places to go, people to meet, etc., etc. So that's where we are with holding magic, making the right choice, and saying like, this is not for me. And I don't know what yet is for me, but I know this isn't it. And this is not the vibe. So I'm going to exit this without even having a formal exit plan. It's just straight up, I'm going to go. No thanks. I'm not going to buy this little candle thing. I'm okay. It's not a must have. And so, okay. Okay, so there's that. All right, so where do I go from here? This? This, okay. So this is the Book of Shadows Tarot, as above and so below. All right, do I need to get any detail from the... No. Let me check my phone because it was around like 2:04. Give me I'm going to check my phone. Give me a second. Okay, I found out. It was at 2:04. Okay, I found out. It was at 2:04 a.m. that I had a very high-pitched ringing in my right ear, and it lasted almost for a minute. And it was something that was on my feed. It was a bandmate talking about how guilty he felt in processing his, like, a sense of responsibility in his friend, Sid's death, and relating to, heroin exposure and I think overdose. So I don't have any experience with that per se, but I don't know. I felt like I was supposed to do a reading. I was gonna originally opt out of doing a reading today just because I don't know. I didn't feel like I was really ready yet for Christmas, not even like halfway through. And so I felt like any bit of time should be devoted more for me, even relaxation, rather than here. But then I was told I felt like I should be here. So this deck or the other? Okay, they said this deck. Okay, so pertaining to the the high pitch ringing, I wasn't really thinking anything in particular, so I'm just gonna see what Hekate and my expanded divine panel of the infinite eight want to say, because this is gifts unlocked by To the Inner Wild. Okay, Queen of Swords, so that is accurate, that is the truth. Checkpoint, yes. On the mark. Interesting. Okay. All right, anything else on that? Yes. I was just snacking before here, so it feels like that's why I kind of want to wear lipstick, because I feel like there's some stuff on me. All right, 3 of Cups in reverse. Is this upcoming? Is this current? No celebration? Quiet celebration? Silent? A silent celebration, not really a quiet celebration. You know, they say quiet quitting. That's what I thought it was. So silent celebrations are like, shh, you're winning. Shh, there are those that celebrate you, Tina. And or your collective. Shh, there's a lot of hate out there. Okay. That doesn't, is that correct? Yes, that's true. How strange. I guess they want to block me from everybody else's extra, you know. This? Okay. This way? All of it? All of it inverted. Okay. The Magician card, Page of Wands, Strength in reversal, and Five of Cups in reversal. So this is letting go of the weakest links. This is bibbity bobbity boo. At starting point in this like what seems very simple in this spell work that I just did with Hekate's lead. You know, you face things as you are. And that is absolutely enough. Whether you're on stage, off stage, out in the field, in your home, whatever the F it is, you face things at face value. Um, and they're just saying our magic is enough, like point blank. So just go with that, even though it may feel like page level. So like sometimes when I'm channeling, I sometimes feel like, does that even make sense? And then it does. It does in the end. Yeah. So maybe it's just a change in positioning. Um that like the just a different angle in which we hear things and perceive things assists with like, oh, I see, this puzzle piece goes over here. So definitely, let's say if we're working with like a holographic type of puzzle, um it, yeah, yeah, I think that's what they're saying here. Don't know why they're saying it like that, but yeah. um so taking out the weakest links, gracefully. It's so simple, they're saying. Interesting. Okay. So we're not okay, so not everything has to be done with the intensity of an assassin. The most well-versed executors or executors knows how to like manage their own energies. Um, mhm. And okay, so there's that. Okay, all right. Any more? Okay, same topic or different? New topic. Okay. Okay. Yep, High Priestess here. Opening up to the Path or the Hermit card in reverse. So this is a huge sense of awareness in one's own surroundings. So this is almost like Perthro. Uh, but this is a lot of pull. Like being in an unfamiliar place is like the dark night of the soul, or is like what I commonly visualize it to be, and I assume others visualize the hermit card to be in upright, is like you're in a cave. But when I think of the cave, maybe it's due to my experience or lack thereof, that I assume that there is no water there. It's just pitch black. There are rodents. There's no there's nothing to quantify that there, but it's an archway that's like forever long and um and it's cold, and um yeah, and you don't know what lurks around, and um there's an undefined path on your way out of it. And so that's what I picture the Hermit card to be. I automatically picture a cave, but here it's showing me as the High Priestess. This is basically the intuitive magician. So therefore, there is a lot more pull with receptivity. And the High Priestess does not forget about, the High Priestess is very in touch with the elements surrounding her, what is available. And so there's more expansiveness in her default structure. So yes, in a cave, um, she will automatically recognize its base components, um, and there is water. By the um, by how long it took to create that with water present and air flow, there is an assumption of like cave crystals, cave aragonite, or some form of like crystals in that cave. Um, yeah. So anyway, um, she's able to resource the best parts of being um, in that scenario. Okay, so where are we going here? All right. And so this is the dark night of the soul, like uh succeeding this challenge, even while navigating it. Okay, so this is Six of Pentacles, inverted, and then this next card, extroverted. Elemental of fire, extroverted in reverse. Okay. Oh, this is a little more difficult. Okay, but that's okay. Six of Pentacles, inverted. Reciprocity. Yeah, so this is seeing the value in the life forms that surrounds the High Priestess, whether she's there or there. It's almost like this omnipresence of understanding the value, whether in close proximity or not, to that said, element or subject. And yeah, so there's a sense of godliness connection. It's art appreciation, whether I'm in the museum or not, or out in the field. And so if this is inverted, they say, let's say with crystals, that you choose it just as much as it chooses you. Like these, every thing that is powerful is looking for a sense of belonging, even if that power is dormant. And that's how, let's say, lost souls are trying to find belonging in certain areas, and they just have a bigger learning curve because they found like the shittiest of shit first off. And so here in this land of reciprocity, when you recognize that everything has value, in some crazy sense. In some very, very, very obvious, the resources come in sooner. Yeah. Like, when you are more valued, whether or not there's an established bond, you are more willing to, like, you're more magnetized to that other energy. So I wouldn't say this is an ego boost in that dynamic. This is more of, I feel seen, I feel recognized, someone else understands me. Uh, yeah. There's more of an openness to that. So elemental of fire, if it's in reverse, extroverted. What is this? Elemental of fire. This is kind of like that reboot, that spark, that ignition start. But it's in reversal, extroverted. So, oh yeah, this is magnetism for sure. Magnetism, because I'm not initiating it. I'm not kind of saying come hither, but the energetics already speak of it. The energetics already entice and magnetize the reciprocity to come through. So again, the only reason, other than like the clairaudience thing coming through, is that I wasn't sure if I was still doing the right thing. Again, I don't feel ready for the holidays, nowhere near it, but I'm really trying not to scramble around either. Yeah. And just the other stuff that's, I'm really trying to keep up here. Yeah, so this is saying that things are still on point. I'm even going through other people's readings, and I'm glad that there's mostly, like, I'm seeing more of a diversion almost, where the ones that I normally go to, uh, they're catering more to the expanse of their collective, which I appreciate. Um, yeah. So things are changing. And what I'm hearing right now is Landslide by Fleetwood Mac. Um, I don't, like, I'm trying to run through the lyrics, but okay. Anything more on this is change decks. Change decks. Okay, this one. Okay, this is As Below. That was selecting from As Above. Okay. Excuse me. Okay. And the Hangman in reverse again. Where did I originally see that here? Oh, in the header card. So, again, this is saying that I'm doing the right thing. This is like a different version of the Hermit card. I mean, we've slightly talked about that in like months ago, if not years ago. It's comparability, but um, showing that the as above part is also in reverse, but there's multiples here. And this one is singular. That's why I feel like this is more of like the Hermit card, which thankfully it totally makes sense with the Hermit card being in reversal also, tied into the High Priestess card. So there's an overwhelming sense of awareness. Like this equals that. Like if we were taking the SATs, on, you know, comparisons, that is equaling to this. In its domestic sense. So that I'm doing the right things. It's not moseying along or even being, what do you call it, procrastinating. This is again going through life, just as season 2 episode 1 depicted, uh unencumbered. Unencumbered by scripts. Yeah. All right. What else? Continue or new topic? Continue. What the heck? It just popped right here. Okay. 2 of Cups in reversal. What is that? Oh, you know what? Also, the other readers aren't just like they're talking about things that I am almost turning a blind eye to. Not turning a blind, but like things that I've already said goodbye to, so they're not really in my scope, but they are indeed happening. These readers are usually accurate, and so when I'm listening to it, I'm like, no wonder I left that behind. No wonder, like, it's not the reader themselves that make me that I'm turned off by, but the content in which I left. And I'm happy to hear that I can know that I can resource them for details if I want to check back. And I can verify, feel out the energy, whether it's true or not for myself. But as I realized that maybe my readings are not geared to the precision of that, because I, like, even offline for myself, um because the less attention I give it, the more I know it's actually transpiring for them. Like, I went to my own feed and did like the For You portion feed. Oops. And I'll get that. And it reverted back to an area. I was like, oh, that was a while ago that I did that. And it made me realize that those things are currently happening now because I left it behind. So that's what I was supposed to do. That's one of the directives. Okay, so that 2 of Cups fell down. I have a feeling it's going to be an upright or extroverted or not. I don't know. Please. It is. It is. It is. Um. So for the rest of the day, because it got cold, and I did cook, you know, earlier. I had to change my clothes, and just there was a lot of changes today. It wasn't a regular day, and so I didn't want to smell like food. And I just got a little homely, so this doesn't really match. And let me show you how even more it doesn't match. Doesn't match. So it looks really goofy because this is long and I'm short, and if you really look at it, it looks freaking ridiculous. Look at it. What the heck? It's crazy. I just decided I'm gonna have one of those days. I'm a mountain woman now. Okay. Anyway. Two of Cups, extroverted. Look, I'm on point. I'm on point. All right. This is good. I don't know why it led up to there. Okay, but let's go here. New topic? Okay, new topic. Or are we going to talk about my partner in peace and quiet? They said not yet. Okay. So they're just saying, rest assured, things are happening as they should. But it would be in my best interest not to fret about it. Okay, here we go. Look. Ah! What opened up to Eight of Pentacles is Justice, Mahon, and Five of Wands. Look at that. Opening up to the Working Mastery card, the Skill card, Skills card. Yeah, I'm hearing Skills by Gangstar. Yeah, because like even the mix of it kind of makes me feel like even though like there's overlapping mixes to it, there's a flow to it, and that's kind of reminds me of that song too, the feels of it. There's like nothing in competition with each other, like the melodic form is just layered, you know, and yeah, without it feeling congested, there's a flow to it. Yeah. All right. So there are a lot of crows here. Is it crows? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 crows. Interesting. Maybe I'm supposed to channel something from Counting Crows. I don't listen to that band, or I didn't grow up with that band, so I don't really have that exposure. But I'll try. I'll try. So 5 crows, that would be 5 of swords. That would be the upper hand. This would be skills for sure. What? Wait, what's going on here? Okay. So this is Justice in reversal and 5 of Wands. Oh, and yet there's the largest crow right there. Okay, so yeah, just chill. This is someone really looking out for me. This is like the emperor of the, what do you call it? The riot crew. The emperor of the riot crew. So you're saying just chill. Like, Justice is not quite in limbo. It's, oh, just like justice is carried out in phases. So it's like duck, 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 goose kind of energy. So what they're saying is, yeah, see like the point, duck, 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 goose. So they're saying, to pay attention, like, Tina, her collective, just pay attention to the ducks. Get the ducks in a row, whatever it is that you need to do without feeling like frazzled about it. And then we'll take care of the goose or the geese. Yeah. It seems like there's more ducks, more work in the ducks than the actual goose, but the goose is the one that gives the runaround. You know, the goose is the one that initiates, or that carries an expected chase. The goose is the one that if you don't catch it, then you'll end up in the mush pot. hmm Trapped in the mush pot. So they're saying we'll take care of that hmm that part of it. Just take care of the ducks. Okay. Okay. Yeah, because we got skills. Okay. But just like with the 3 of Cups in the beginning in reversal, this is silent justice. But this is coming through like a comet. I think that's Mars. I don't know. But look, it's coming through. You see there's darkness here, there's darkness there, but it's like coming through like a comet. Interesting. It kind of reminds me of those primitive features on your phone, uh like the paint, or I mean on your PC, but like it has that circle dot, and you could change the sizing of it, but like it doesn't get through corners, or what is it, word art or something like that. I don't really have any programs at all on my computer, so like I have to work with whatever I have. And so it tends to be more basic than what I have on my phone. So anyway, that's what it's kind of showing me here. So silent justice. It's like, shh, it's happening. Don't worry about it. There is like a master and commander of the riot crew. So this is actually a development in from what we're seeing from prior. Like I felt lucky enough to have a riot crew, but to have someone manage the flock is an upgrade. So gifts unlocked by To the Inner Wild. Season 2, episode 2. Partnering up for the Dosey Go. This is great because this is an acknowledgement of our own like expertise, our own mastery, our own specialty, without having to stroke the ego, because we're beyond that now. This is giving props to that by saying it's relative. How do I say it? How do I say this? We're so good at what at our craft that the discipline also recognizes other facets of our lives. And so when we're taking care of like our ducks in a row, it can be ratioed out. Our energy can be divvied out to several parts of our lives. And so when we take care of our ducks, there's like a silent justice keeper here in in handling the geese. But it's undercover. Like we don't need to be filled in on all of that. Just know that it's happening. And the trust level in that, in because like that's supposed to be a gift in itself, in alleviating the burdens of knowing the details. Like that's, let them carry that weight. Okay. We'll do ourselves more justice in claiming all of our energy and using every bit of it for other stuff other than what we had left, instead of what we had left behind. So that's what they say. And holy smokes. Okay. All right. More on this. New topic or takeaways. Nope, it's new topic. Okay. New topic. Like that? Really? All of it? Okay. 10 of Pentacles. Yay. Okay. 4 of Cups in reversal. Yay. 6 of Cups in reversal and Mother of Water in reversal. Is this all internal? External? Energy? Mixed? So it's all internal and energy. External. So dominant is energy, the vibe. Okay. So when it's energy, is it like ether? Ether energies. Okay. So it shows me that things are being made right. These are these 2 cards. Things are being made right. 6 of Cups and the 7th one by the Queen of Cups. There's no choice other than to rectify this. There's no other choice but to correct this. Like, yeah, things are being made right. Because look, okay, so 10 of Pentacles, you get the maximum return, okay? 4 of Cups in reverse, we talked about that. That's making the right choice. Multiple choice is the best choice. 6 of Cups in reversal, and the 7th one, dignified by the Queen of Cups in reversal. That is the absolute, like zeroed in the right choice out of the whole batch of, anyone who did us wrong, and the leads that kind of coerced and commingled and engaged in certain agendas and plots, and was kind of like the organizer of certain bunches, like rallied up BS troops. This is what I got initially was like, this is community service, almost like in its group level, especially with this card. Like, their inputs now have to be rectified by the consequence of them correcting the problem that they, dished out. And so 7 of Cups total is like that's like the chosen one. That's the only choice here. That's the only choice, is to correct it. And and it has to be involve these energies that engaged in all of that. So this is like doubling up on making things right, to achieve the 10 of Pentacles. So partnering up for the do-si go. Okay. So this is kind of like one of the boosters. Let's say the engine of, I don't know, the spaceship, rocket ship, or whatever, need to be worked on. And so, yeah, I would say like spaceship, like you're already in space. One of the engines are faulty or whatever, they need to be worked on. So this isn't the last hope, but this will definitely help in keeping things on track. Yeah, because I think there's been some stagnancy, like I want to say like floating about, meandering. Um, yeah, like wasting time. Um, yeah, definitely. Like there was an internal sabotage. Um, yeah. Okay. All right. Um, um, any more on this? No. All right. New topic or takeaways? We can do takeaways now. This one. Okay, we're gonna start with this one. Okay, two takeaways for my super dupers. Who made the final cut? For me or in my favor. Okay. All right. First one. The Emperor. Oh my God. Is this internal? External? Energy. Internal? External meaning this is my divine click. Or this is external, like other. Okay. This is external. Not meaning like external to me per se, but external to you. There, yeah, there are big bosses, that are watching, that are involved, making plans, or making plans. Involved wasn't quite the word. They're making plans. They're making plans. Okay. Okay. Clarified by. Why was it strong at first, but then not? Let me see here. Extroverted. Two of Cups extroverted. Wait, what? Hold on. What the heck? Is this like a private thing? Or I don't understand. Maybe like there are more like big bosses than I realize. Maybe my collective, my true collective who made the final cut for me in my favor, are all like big bosses. I don't know. Maybe this is like a meetup of like big bosses, because like Two of Cups is partnership. It's like creating allies. You see? So when I checked originally, this is external. And then when I check this is internal and external. So it's like, what? And then, so I'm trying not to let my ego like chomp, it's all mine. I'm trying not to just automatically assume that. I'm trying to keep myself in check. So like I heard in my head, like, psych. There we are. That's exactly it. But hold on. So let me just check again. It's still saying those are other bosses. Okay, so then Two of Cups. So this is internal. This is external for you, okay? So it looks like you're forming partnerships, but you are initiating them, with big bosses. That, you know, yeah, definitely. So it looks favorable. It looks successful. I mean, it is extroverted. It's not just upright. So this is good. This is exciting. This is what feels like new times. Because when you are approaching an emperor, you don't, like, one doesn't automatically assume, like, I got that in the bag, you know? That's the highest hanging fruit, you know? Okay, so your second takeaway is, oh, okay. Okay, one at a time. This one. Sure it is. Okay, just like that. So this one first, which is the Hierophant in reverse, and Ace of Cups, extroverted. Okay. Yeah, this is definitely something new. This is not the usual. It ain't the usual, but it's good. It's looking good. This is basically 3 of Cups over here in total. This is like more of an intimate, like yay, to a bigger yay. The Hierophant feels expansive, almost like field-like in its quality, so it doesn't feel expansive like in its like high riser kind of energy. This is more of like broadened rather than scaling up. Yeah. So this is good. Interesting. Okay. Interesting. So what they're saying, this is like gifts unlocked is having a greater capacity. Yeah, because you held that of to a greater value than um scaling up. You broadened. So one part in it is like you can have the immediacy of having the vantage point and like the overview, like the view of the land, the lay of the land, the scope of the land. Or you can broaden out, and this is kind of more of like a long-term vibe. This is more of like placing more value in the weight of your feelers. So there's a sense of like community in here, or kind of like globalization type of energy, rather than expanding. So like if you expand, like you broaden out, you're already taking care of like the you're already approaching closer to the horizon, and you can work further out, or you can reach further out to the horizon, or the next level of growth would be rising up from there, scaling up. And so so we're looking at like the long-term range when you look to broaden out, is what I'm saying. And what were we gonna say? Because as you, like the horizon expands if you meet up closer with it, whereas you can't really do that if you like, oh, immediately, like, I'll just scale up, you know, that kind of energy. So like you can only see it, but you're not really, you know, approaching it really. So what they're saying here. So this is a new vibe. This is actually really, really good. um mhm. is breaking the rules a little bit. Like, maybe it's also altering the bucket list, because like I originally planned, like, if I do this, if I meet this goal, then I'm gonna go ahead and scale up. I'm gonna do this with it. And so this is altering the plans just a little bit, but this is free reign. This is exercising freedom in without the restriction of adhering to your goals like it's a script. Yeah, definitely. So it feels more fun in this. All right, so now 2 takeaways for my upcoming partner in peace and quiet, or do I have my partner in peace and quiet now? It's okay, I'm just asking. Okay, so I do takeaways for my, is it, wait, first, hold on, is it upcoming, or are they upcoming, or are they here? Let's just pull a freaking card, okay? They'll tell us. Okay. King of Pentacles. That tells me it's a go. But let me get a clarifier. Because how crazy would it be if the second card was like, oh, the King of Pentacles in reversal? Like, what? So, this is it. It's the Emperor in reverse. What? Correct? Is this the correct one? Yeah. Gosh, that's... Shut your mouth, Tina. I don't know what the heck. Like, I don't know what to say about this. Okay. Well intended. Ill intended. Well intended. They're telling me it's the same energy. It could either be a boss energy that ends up being like a really, like, oh, I'm just a boss. No, I'm a really big freaking BFD boss undercover. It could be that, or it could be a boss and the becoming of something like a bigger boss. I don't know. Okay, so do I do takeaways? Are you ready for takeaways? Upcoming or not upcoming? So it could be both. It could be upcoming, or like okay. So broadening. What we talked about. Okay, so let's just. I feel like it. Okay, 2 takeaways. The moon card in reverse. That is the new moon energy. It is a card of intention, mystery, illusion, a state of entrancement, clarified by The elements card. What the frick? What's happening? This is Perthro. This is kind of the lure, the enticement to all these resources available at hand. This is like your utility belt is calling you. So this is like coming in full force, like ready for action, kind of something like that. The universes have greater intentions for you, okay? Your second takeaway, hold on. Yes. Like you might have some intentions in mind, but they have greater plans for you. Whatever that means. 5 of Pentacles. You're like, okay, I'm not sure what you're talking about. Like, oh wait, what the heck? That was weird. I don't know why it was like that. Just everything fell. Just wear it like that. It's cold. All right. Is this it's energies for this one, the 5 of Pentacles. So is this resourcefulness? It's one thing to be out in the wilderness, but to be out in the wilderness where it's snowing, like that's a different ballpark than what I had imagined. Okay, that's not just in through the thick of it, but that's like I have to deal with, you know, different, not just different elements, and it's like scarcity, but also the abundance of that's kind of ever changing. Like snow doesn't just stay snow, especially when it gets on your clothes or wherever. So that's just different. So let me get a clarifying card for that, because that's energy. What the heck? But like the energy here is very subtle. Like I have to be very still in order to be in touch with what the right answer is for the selection. It's not so blaring obvious. It's like, okay, you have to listen. Yeah, you have to really listen. Okay. Transformation. This is a Chariot card, extroverted. Yeah, there's big changes transpiring. I almost said like ahead of you. They said ahead of you. Look, where she's looking is where like the angel is, you know, facing. So yeah, in big changes ahead of you. That's so weird. Do we get one more out of this? Like, each? No, just a singular to clarify. From here? From here. Okay. King of Cups in reversal. We keep seeing the King of Cups a lot. And it's been fluctuating between upright and in reversal. So, the King of Cups here in reversal. I asked if it's sobriety. Like, at least I was thinking like alcohol. They said no. That may already have been conquered like a long time ago. If not, like, it's not even an issue. This is, initially what I got. Again, but I don't know if I was logic, doing logic here. Is that this is about, like, your health and wellness, your well-being. And that is correct. Mental escapes, good. It's not relative to that. They said blood pressure. I don't know why, but that's what they said. And I told you, or maybe I didn't tell you yet, but for the past few days, I started feeling like, I started noticing my chest like kind of heaving a lot without me doing anything really. I don't feel that here. So, maybe you're self-regulating almost instantaneously, like maybe since the last reading, because look, it looks like, in at least when this is in the dark, like right here, her garb, or this is crone, so in this term it's a king. It feels like it's the same color as what I'm wearing right now. So I feel more regulated. Um, but then you would think that this is an upright, right? So this feels like you're on a retreat, like in a place that you can kind of be alone at, you know, like to your own devices almost. Yeah. So I don't feel like this is hardship induced. I feel like it's yeah, I don't feel like it's just an extreme difference from here to there. But I don't know, it's a change in atmosphere for sure. This is weird. Hold on. Yeah, that's what they're saying. So as far as huge changes ahead of you, if I was looking at this like in a career sense, it looks like you've outgrown your pond, basically. You've outgrown your lake. You like have so much more going for you, and you've already taken every prove it test basically that's available to indicate that you are indeed a lot more superior than your usual pool. And so your new placement is in an advanced arena where like the lakes are iced over basically. You're on terrain, you're like just in a completely new environment. And so this is like you carry like this little bottle of you from your pond with you. And so there's something there about uh this is better for you actually, because like if your blood pressure was being put to the test and now like you feel a lot better, that means that you were dealing with a lot of shit that you know that like maybe subconsciously you understood that this is beyond you, like you are well above this pay, what this, you know, what this pay grade can offer. So maybe you were getting paid really well in a certain arena, but like your environment was just like, it was almost like you were in your late teens and you're still going to the babysitter. You know, it was almost like you've outgrown your arena. And I'm not speaking ill of your previous environment, because it may have been, you know, certainly good to you at least, but you've outgrown it, and now you're into a new territory, which is well more advanced. But this is almost like Ron in Parks and Recreation, where like you kind of like zone into that atmosphere, and once you feel like it's home, like you feel a lot calmer. So and so this is now the recognition still in reverse, preservation of like in support of your overall well-being. Mhm. So there's a lot of change headed for you up ahead, but this is good because it looks like it's just angelic, you know, energy here. um that is true. Okay. Okay, that's it for you. Okay, so I forgot to look at the tops and bottoms, so let's do that. Bottom here is Nine of Wands in reverse. This is kind of like not showing up. This is not being on defenses. What this reminds me of is like in the Wizard of Oz, the oh wee oh, whatever they say. the I forget what they say. Those guards, they're kind of like stand down, so they're not quite in um attendance. But this could also mean like falling down, or like falling away, or falling for something, or falling. Top of the deck, no secret to the sauce. Nine of Cups. This is a master performer. Oh my gosh, so Nine of Cups is a celebration. So this is like swooning energy. What? But this could also be like, you know, tower moment where like the evil personas or whatever are falling down, falling away, and like we get to celebrate on the other. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, you know, that kind of energy. Master number 99 right there. All right, top and bottom also. Bottom is Nine of Cups. It's peeking this in the bottom. Book of Shadows, the Hierophant card. So Nine of Pentacles here. So triple nine. Okay. Anyway, Nine of Pentacles in reverse with the Hierophant card. Okay, so when we enter this new plane of existence, this new way of life, like we wouldn't have gotten here without the old chapters. So, like, what do you call it? The um there's a dependency on like how we got here. So the Hierophant, you know, has it in the books or whatever. It's there's a recognition of how things once transpired. There's still um value in honoring certain traditions, and how that um elevates our newer translations, like our the upgrading or certain carryover of these texts. Um, Certain dependencies. So this is in fact signifying a development, but not trashing out everything from like it's not a book burning here, okay? Art appreciation is history appreciation as well, okay? Top of the deck, no secrets of the sauce, crone of earth in reverse, again king of pentacles in reverse. Internal, external energy. It's external, ill-intended, well-intended, well-intended, detached, objective, separate. It's objective. Okay, so it's well-intended. King of Pentacles in reverse. Putting your nose to the grindstone type of energy as a boss, doing the work, knowing that transitions and translations from here to there involve one's own inputs. So this is not purely delegating in one's own role. This phase involves everyone's inputs. Like everyone, everyone's engagement. Okay. All right. So those are the tops and bottoms takeaway. Okay. I get 3, 2, 3. Okay. My first takeaway is extroverted. 4 of Pentacles extroverted. A lot of ownership. I feel like a pinprick right over here. A lot of things to do. A lot of housework. Is this a call to action? No. Is this what's already transpired? What's already transpired? Okay. So, I have provided evidence of my own involvement, my own engagement. That's good news. Okay. All right. Clarified by. Queen of Fire, Queen of Wands, extroverted in reversal. They're saying this is internal, and they're saying that it's, I don't know, it's like a hot housewife energy. What the heck? I don't even, this is weird. Well, like, oh, this is partnering up for the Dosi Go. Okay, this is hot housewife energy. But I don't know, like, what is that? That's okay. They said it's true. Anything more from this though? No, that's what that is, okay? But this is oh, you can't turn a hoe into a housewife, but like but you can. That's what they're saying. But like you could have both worlds. Is what wait, hold on. That's some of the energy saying that. But Not everyone. The dominant energy is like a hot housewife energy. Yeah. All right. My second takeaway is do these two? No. Just this. Okay. Death. What the frick? Force you. Internal. External. Energy. Internal. Um, um, first it was a little bit internal, but it was like dominantly external, not just energy lingering. I have to get a clarifier for it because, I don't know, this is showing that somebody is moving residences, like packing up and moving. Yeah, with this, there's a hint of like someone trying to destiny swap with, because they're supposed to move, not me. So that's what they're trying to do, like lay over the consequences and their karma onto me when it's not mine to take. That's the energy is saying here. But let me get a clarifier. 5 of Pentacles, extroverted in reversal. That is, the info isn't lacking there. That is correct. 3 of Wands in reversal. That is correct, on point, right here, point blank on the dot, like right here. It's ships are here, like what? You know, like when you're trying to find someone and they give you the coordinates, it's kind of like that. It's like right here, like you could not be more bullseye than this. Um Point blank dead. Like that's like, okay, you know, have you heard of like, what do you call it, remote viewer or assassin type of energy? What do you call it? Remote assassins, is that what you call it? I don't know, is that what you call it? Anyway, this is that kind of energy. um like what is, that's correct. um I usually don't refer to that kind of energy, so let me get a little bit more on that one. The remote assassin energy, remote, or this like attempt at a destiny swap in who has to actually move residences. Okay. One on the like destiny swap of like having to move houses from this deck. 7 of Swords, extroverted in reversal. That's no bullshit. That is absolutely correct. Could you? Yeah, like I'm trying to tell you, Tina. Yeah, that is correct. So, this is partnering up for the Dosi Go. This is just an FYI. I have nothing to fear on that. This is something that they have great practice in failing at. So when it comes to me, so that's correct. They're saying like you can even bet on it, Tina. Your next opportunity. 3 of Pentacles right there. You can bet on it. Crazy. All right. So they said from another deck I can get clarification on that remote assassin energy. Okay, we're going to use the perspectives card, okay? Cards. The, what do you call it? Vice versa tarot. This side. This side. 10 of Wands. What? The remote assassin energy has a lot of burdens on their own. So they just packed up and left, almost. Let me add one more clarifier on that. This side. Yeah, the Lover's card in reverse. Yeah, they have a lot of stuff going on in their personal life, like with large scale relationships or partnerships that are weighing them down, that, you know, just they've become a dead weight almost. Yeah, so they're busy with that stuff. Yeah, I don't know. It looks like something recently happened that it has preoccupied them, which led them to opting out of this stuff. And remote assassins are understand like spiritual energy, so they know that this might have been incurred on the direct timing. Like it's almost like coordinates of time, and so they know that they're not supposed to screw around with me. Basically, they're not supposed to frick with me because of this struck them in their life. They must have been doing pretty well, if not decent, to have to back off over, you know, it's like a job is a job, especially if you get paid really well. Like nothing's going to obstruct you, including your personal life stuff. But this energy probably is very likely knows they they're in over their head if they even attempt at me. That's true. Yeah. All right. So I'm going to leave that there. Okay. So I just did 2 takeaways for myself. Yeah. Let me just double check here. This one was that one. And the other one was, oh, all right. Okay. All right. Anything more that I have to, no, I can move on. Okay. My 3rd takeaway is Queen of Wands in reverse. What? Internal, external, internal, external. Well-intended. Objective. Okay. So there are other practitioners around. There are other practitioners. They're well-intended, and they're observing here. Well, they're in attendance, is what I. But okay. Um. Okay. So this is them. These are my well-intended practitioners that are here, that are present. They're getting notes. It's slightly to their benefit, but it's more so for the collective. It's definitely for the discipline of practice. This is gaining notes because they have their own collective that are also like kind of maybe a little too eager. They can get themselves burned. Like these are kind of like baby witches almost, like um a little too like pyro fascination type of energy, like that they can get themselves burned and just like jumping into something that they don't know really about. um yeah, like wanting to take like immediately advanced classes, and it's like this is not level of hierarchy, control, power play, whatever. This is like seriously, you could fuck things up like just like diving into whatever. So you like my um fellow practitioners are being objective, like just sitting back and just watching certain things so that they can also develop their teaching and their inputs to um, their own collective, for sure. Um, right, is that my third takeaway? Yeah, okay, my third takeaway. Clarified by yeah, this is the like intro, like filler card almost. It has the like the about stuff, the special invitation, but this is in reversal, extroverted. um yeah, this is um this is internal. Yeah, so you might, it might not be like completely baby witches like in your collective, but these are people who exited like the dark night of the soul, but it's almost like with a like they should exit with a sense of pride, but this is almost like overconfidence, like I can do anything, let me touch that. Let me have that one type of energy. So yeah, that's correct. So this is the art of being a good teacher in knowing who and how your audience is, to mm, um do what's best for um everyone, really. Yeah, that's interesting. Okay, so we all have our purpose here. I've never received that kind of a takeaway before, but if it's to consume one of my takeaways, that certainly means something. Again, this is on partnering up before the do-si go. So this is not just a dance, but it's like um like a happy scrimmage is what they're saying. Yeah, because it's like yeah, that's what they're saying. Okay, that's it for now. That's it for now. I'm gonna leave it there. Okay. I should have a good night. Yes. A nice night. Okay, that's it for now. Thanks very much for all donations provided in and of light and love that reciprocate equally and therefore abundantly. But now that this reading is officially over, I call back all my power, energy, essence, gifts, strength, properties, passions, pursuits from those that call upon, cast, generate, bring, magnify, multiply, or any variation thereof the aforementioned ill will, intent, thought, form, pattern, and or entity to pass through the white light of the Holy Spirit for cleansings, for blessings, for reformatting to love and light energy, and to be refortified in me, only me, hassle free, no doubt, no attachment, except for all bonus points included. Thanks so much. What was I going to tell you? Oh, let's just have a little bit of like a hairdo, like appreciation thing here. Can you see a little, like the little braid in the back? I love to just like the throw it up and it works. I like it. I did it. I did it. All right, that's it for now. Okay, upon closing the portals in these readings, I send all energies back to their appropriate locations outside of mine with their appropriate karmas due, assisting with a sequence of rollout and light and love. I close the portals in these readings now.